Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. I hope you're all doing well. It's a holiday weekend here in the United States. It's Memorial Day. And so I was really trying to take today off. But given it's the new moon and what I have been channeling lately, I thought that I would go ahead and do a reading for all of you. Now, this reading will be split into two, okay? We're going to look at the divine feminine's energy in this reading. And then on the King of Shadows 1111 channel, YouTube channel, we will be looking at the divine masculine's energies as well as the connection. So, what we're going to do here in this reading on the Queen of Light 1111 channel is we're going to look at what is shifting for divine feminine, what is shifting for her, and what is shifting as related to her energy towards divine masculine. Okay. Now, don't forget, I have the new moon special running through tonight through 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to book your own 30-minute twin flame energy check-in, you can do so by going to my website and booking the 30-minute twin flame energy check-in reading. It's a good time to do it. We're in this new moon. We're looking at a lot of changes and a lot of shifts. And I do foresee more changes to come from now through August, okay? But I do see the momentum starting to gain after the Mercury retrograde is over, after the post shadow. So Mercury retrograde ends on June 3rd. And then we have like a 2-week post shadow period. So I'm saying by mid-June, we should see massive, significant change in the collective. So this is your opportunity to see if your connection with your counterpart is tracking the same to this collective. So let's go ahead and get started. And again, if you want to book a session that is on sale or any other reading, coaching session, or healing session, you can go to queenoflight1111.com. Let's start with the bottom of the deck. So what I first started to ask was, what is shifting for divine feminine? And so anywhere where there has been delays, where there's been a lack of completion, anywhere in her journey that there has been stagnation, that will change. I really feel that this stagnation has a lot to do with karmic cycles, karmic partners, third parties. And what I'm really getting is, even though this karmic situation is really in divine masculine's journey, it's also in feminine's journey. Remember, this is your counterpart, right? This is your mirror. This is your twin. And so if your divine masculine has been in or trapped in some sort of karmic cycle that is creating stagnation, that's also obviously affected you and delayed you. So that's shifting for her. She's in this energy where she's like, you know what? I'm just done. I want closure from this karmic situation and this karmic cycle. I'm exhausted. These are patterns that continue with my masculine, and I'm no longer going to be stuck in the past. I'm ready to take action, and I'm ready to close this cycle with his karmic in my journey. She's just done. She's no longer going to stay stagnant. So what's going to change? A couple of things. I feel like divine feminine is really going to get really into herself and her own self-worth. She's been very wounded. She's hung in there. She's ready for a new cycle. She's ready to celebrate. She's ready to have some joy, and she's ready to stand in the Empress power of love. But what I'm also really getting is divine feminine taking this energy and really just completing it, like letting go of his karmic situation, is also bringing in this masculine as someone who is grounded, someone who is understands his self-worth, right? Her letting go of the karmic is allowing him to let go of the karmic. And so she's in this energy where she's hung in there for a very long time, waiting for him to be this, stable masculine, ready to take this leap of faith and, have this significant connection with him as the Empress. So I do feel like where this connection may have been stuck, where both of them have been stuck in their wounds, stuck in their ego, she's in this energy of like, why is he's still in this connection. He knows it's not good for him. This is a repetitive pattern, right? This is not the first karmic or third party situation he's been in, and it doesn't need to be her lesson. So her finally letting go of the karmic allows that karmic cycle to end in her journey, allows her to stand in her own self-worth, allows her to release her wounds and to gain her strength to start a new cycle. But what it's also doing is it's allowing this hold that masculine has on the karmic. It's allowing him to release too. The more she held on to the karmic, the more he held on to the karmic. Now that she's releasing, he will release as well. Okay, so now let's take a look at what's shifting specifically, I asked, in her energy towards her masculine. So there's been this energy of doom and gloom, right? She's like, oh, he's always going to be there. I'm trapped in my thoughts. This is never going to work out. She's completely overwhelmed. She's in this energy of wounding herself. That is a dupe. 9 of Wands, 9 of Wands. She's overwhelmed by her own wounds. She's overwhelmed by this journey. She's overwhelmed and exhausted. So she's been stuck in these thoughts. But guess what? She's releasing herself. She's like, I'm done. I'm setting myself free, and I'm going to move towards what I yearn for and what I desire. So how is her energy shifting with masculine in this moon? Guess what? She's walking away. She knows it's time to let go. What is she letting go of? She's letting go of her own mental conflict, her own mental drama, her own exhaustion, her own mind games. It's time for her to heal and take a step back and not be interested in his flings. Period. The end. That's what this energy is. What is shifting for divine feminine is she's walking away from her own mental crap, her own mind games, and she's healing herself. She's healing herself. She's disconnecting from his flings, from his rendezvous, from his flirting, whatever it is, because she's been stuck for too long in those thoughts, and she overwhelms herself. She wounds herself. It's time for her to raise her vibration, free herself of this, and move towards what she desires. What I do want to show you guys, because I'm going to switch over to the divine masculine portion of the reading, is that there are a lot of 8s that are showing up. 8. We have 8, and we have, sorry, I got a lot of stuff out here. 8. Oh, we have 8 strength card, 8 of cups, 8 of swords again. And then we have, and then these 2 cards, 5 and 3 for masculine, 8. The other thing I'm seeing a lot of is 9s, right? So she's got the 9 of Wands. She's got the 9 of Wands here. We've got the 9 of Swords coming up. We've got the Hermit coming up. There's a lot of 7, 8s, and 9s, which is telling me there is a massive progression that is occurring towards this completion, because if you turn this around, this card becomes completion. Okay, so I do feel like divine feminine closing out this energy of being attached to this karmic situation and what's happening. It's overdue. It's time for her to take action. It's time for her to release. It's time to step into her own self-worth, get out of those egos, make a fresh new start towards this love that she wants. And her release will allow her masculine to come forward to start this cycle with her. Okay, so this energy is walking away from your own mental conflict. Okay, her most significant energy towards her masculine during this new moon, and how to shift and what to shift is walk away from these mind games. Walk away from the mind games of looking at social media, trying to understand what's happening. Heal that because you don't really know what's going on. It's time to be apathetic and aloof and not interested in his flings. Okay, again, if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com and join me at King of Shadows 1111, that YouTube channel, because I'm going to now start channeling divine masculine's message. Sneak peek, big tower happening today. All right, join me over there. Have a great day.